Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here in the first place. You didn't have to click on this video. There's thousands of other places you could have been, but for at least this exact moment, you're here. So thanks for stopping on in. Today we're going to listen to the band Death Cab for Cutie. We're going to listen to the song Soul Meets Body, got to enunciate the D, which was released in 2005. This is their 5th studio album. This particular track was suggested to me by MJMHN9ZU. So thank you, MJ. We'll just call you that for short. So, okay, I've heard of the band. I've never heard a thing by them, as far as I know, but I've heard of the band. The first time I heard of the band was years and years and years ago when I was, I don't know, a teenager, I guess. And when I used to look up the newspaper and look up, like, upcoming events, like, because, I don't know if you guys remember, but you used to look at, like, the newspaper, the newsletter to see what events were happening in your local area. And I was looking through and I saw the name of the band, Death Cab for Cutie, and I don't know what the article was. It was either an announcement for a concert or a live show, or it was just mentioning the band. I don't remember at all what the article was, but I did think that the name of the band was kind of interesting, so that's how I've heard of them. Otherwise, I don't know a thing about them, but we're going to find out with Soul Meets Body. Here we go. Kick beat. The visualization of the lyrics. I like that. Strong acoustic comes strong, like backer, harder.
I cannot guess what we'll discover.
Very light picking in the back.
With our palms cupped like shovels, but I know our filthy hands can wash one another's, and not one
It's a good line.
speck will remain. I do believe it's true. If there are lungs left in both of our shoes, but if the silence takes you, then I hope it takes me too. So brown-eyes, I'll hold you near, 'cause you're the only song I want to hear. A melody softly soaring through my atmosphere.
I really like that song. I especially like what you hear at the end, but also you hear it mixed in throughout the song as well. So it's not a harp, as far as I know. It's not a harp, but it's the guitar being played kind of like a harp, or maybe some other stringed instrument for all I know. But as far as I can tell, that's going to be perhaps courtesy of Ben Gibbard, who is also the lead vocalist, or it could be Chris Walla, who's also handling guitars and keyboards as well. I don't know, but I really like that sound, and I loved how present it was through the song itself, because it kind of gave this song a little bit of this light lifting melody, something kind of, actually it goes along with the lyrics, a little, I guess you could say spiritual, metaphysical. There was something else about it that just added to it. I also really like that intro, especially the kind of interesting kick pattern there. It wasn't like it went on long or anything like that, but I like how it set you up with a different kind of expectation, and then it kind of mellowed everything out and brought us into this kind of emotional journey of self-discovery, humanity, and much, much more, as we'll look into in the lyrics there. But Ben Gibbard, I really like his vocal style here, and I haven't heard anything else from the band, so I can't quite compare anything, but he sings very gently, emotive, but not lacking depth, not like light in a surface level kind of way. There's a deeper meaning and depth behind his vocals, which I think are kind of entrancing and work very well with the music. Now, I'm curious with the band. I don't know how representative this song is of the band, but I'm curious, like, because I can hear them moving into a more perhaps like punkish direction, maybe a pop punk direction, but they also excel very nicely, as evidenced by this song, in a more mellow direction. So I don't know what direction the band goes in, but I guess you would have to get into that particular cab and find out. Let's segue ourselves into the lyrics here. I want to live where soul meets body, and let the sun wrap its arms around me, and bathe my skin in water cool and cleansing, and feel what it's like to be new. So already we have this idea of rebirth and renewal. And I like the line, I want to live where soul meets body. He wants to live and be present in that in-between space. Because in my head, there's a Greyhound station where I send my thoughts to far-off destinations. So they may have a chance of finding a place where they're far more suited than here. I think that is such an interesting line. Having thoughts that are far better suited, not even with yourself, but somewhere different, somewhere else, where perhaps these thoughts can become dreams or become accomplishments or something. I think that's kind of an interesting idea. That's what I was saying, like, during the song. I think the visuals that they paint with the lyrics are pretty cool. And then you have that little ba 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 section there that you know that's an audience sing-along section. You're telling me that this song's played live and you're not, come on. And I cannot guess what we'll discover when we turn the dirt with our palms, cupped like shovels. But I know our filthy hands can wash one another's, and not one speck will remain. So once again, getting the picture, right? I cannot guess what we'll discover when we turn the dirt with our palms, cupped like shovels. Like you've seen the picture of like someone cupping dirt in their palms like this, and there's like maybe a little sprout of something growing there, or like when you're doing just work in the yard, like if you don't have tools like a trowel or whatever, like you're using your hand and just shoveling dirt. Obviously, your hands get dirty doing that. Dirt, or getting dirty in a sense, is sometimes required to enact some sort of progress, growth, or change. And I like the way that he says, but I know our filthy hands, like you're dirty now, can wash one another's and not a speck will remain. With each other's help, even though we're all dirty in some way, we can wash each other clean. These are good lyrics, I think. And I do believe it's true that there are roads left in both of our shoes. But if the silence takes you, then I hope it takes me too. So brown eyes, I'll hold you near because you're the only song I want to hear. A melody softly soaring through my atmosphere. It's a really nice way of attributing beauty to this other person who he says is brown eyes. And then I like the line that there are roads left in both of our shoes. Like there's still a journey to go. There's still so much more in our future than just the present. And then the ending, a melody softly soaring through my atmosphere. There is a big old Wikipedia article for this particular track. It says that it was the first single for Atlantic, the major label that they signed to in 2004. The song is thematically existential, examining the intersection of soul and body through a relationship metaphor. It says that this became the band's first hit single, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Adult Alternative chart and the top 5 of the modern or hot modern rock tracks. Not just the moderns, that hot modern. It says the song was recorded at Longview Farm in Massachusetts. There's some blah 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 info. Gibbard wrote this song for his girlfriend at the time. Throughout the song's lyrics, Gibbard touches on transcendental themes. In the song's hook, he pleads that if the silence takes you, I hope it takes him too. Wallace summarized the song's message. It's a declaration of desire over circumstance. It means, here's where I am, and here's where I want to be, and how do I bridge those two things? That's a great way of explaining it. Duh, member of the band. But that's a great way of explaining it. I think it's a beautiful articulation of love, friendships, and relationships, and everything you do over the course of the day. I really like that. I like how, like I said, I mean, obviously he's going to know how to explain what they wrote, but I like how he wrote it there. Anyways, great track. Let me know what you all thought in the comments below. You can follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you as always for joining me here, and I hope you come back tomorrow, guys. Bye.